everyone, welcome to GrowingCraft, and today we are going to do decoupage on the glass bottle. But before that, please do subscribe to my channel and do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you guys do not miss out any of our updates. Now coming back to the tutorial, here I'm using a white color gesso and I'm going to cover my complete bottle with the white gesso. So once I am done with this complete work, then I am moving on to my ITD paper collection for rice and the decoupage papers. They are like absolutely gorgeous. All the supplies links are there on the video description box. Do check that. Now here I'm using my brush water technique. If you guys are new to my channel, scroll on to my YouTube videos and you will see that I have done tons of videos where I have explained what does the brush water technique mean. So do check that out. It's one of the easiest way for taking out the designs from the paper, tissues, rice papers, magazine cutouts, and it makes your work much more easier. So here I have picked up 3 different papers and I'm going to use all of them and create a beautiful art. Do watch out this video till end because you will see something really interesting at the end, and I'm sure you guys are going to love it because this is one of the easiest and the best way to create a beautiful home decor. So here I have picked up the clock, the florals, and of course the beautiful lady out there. So this is just to add a lot of drama to my project, and this is just going to be the perfect DIY home decor. Trust me. Try this out and let me know in the comment section if you are trying this out very soon. So once I am done with this, removing all of these papers, what I am going to do is, because I have used the water on the edges, I am going to dry this out with my heat gun. If you want, you can skip this step. You just need to wait for a little more time to dry it out and then you can use it. But I prefer using my heat gun because it saves a lot of time when I'm doing my decoupage art on my glass bottles. Now, whatever the supplies I'm using, I have mentioned the links in the description box. Please do check that. Now here I am using my Mod Podge, my decoupage glue, and I'm going to stick all my decoupage papers on my glass bottle. The best way of layering these is that I do not stick everything immediately on my bottle. So first what I have done is I have just stuck the base flower from the center, then I'm just using and cutting whichever the portions I want from my rice papers and I'm going to stick it. Now as it's a rice paper and it's going to overlap, the beneath designs are going to be visible, so you have to be really very careful whenever you are doing this. Meanwhile, yes, you can even use your multiple layering when it comes to rice paper. That's the beauty of using the ITD rice papers. I absolutely love them. So here I'm just adding more and more adhesive, my Mod Podge, my decoupage glue wherever I need it. Once I am happy with my layering work, then only I'm going to stick my complete design on the bottle. Now this is the trick. So whenever you're doing your layering with your napkin or your papers, this is how you can do it. This saves a lot of time, and trust me, this really helps. Also, I have been trying a lot of art journal making and making the layouts or scrapbooking layouts. So this technique also helps in those kind of works. If you have not checked out my art journal tutorials, please do check them out, where I have used different techniques to create the background and make beautiful art journals out of them. So yes, like I said, meanwhile talking about my glass bottle, so here I am just taking everything really well. You can use your decoupage glue or your Mod Podge to do the basic coat sealing. You can even use your varnishes. That also really helps. I usually, whenever I'm working on my glass bottles, I try to use my varnish a little more because it adds a lot of strength to my project. Now that has been my very common way of adding a lot of strength to my projects, because so that the cleaning and the drying and overall maintaining the DIY home decor projects becomes much more easier. And as it's a home decor project, you want to keep it for a very longer time. So here, once I am done with this sticking work, I am just going to give a coat of my varnish here. So you can see I have literally taken out the coat of varnishes here and let it dry for some time, and then I did my varnishing work so that it adds a little more thickness to my project. Meanwhile, do not forget to check out our Instagram, our Facebook, our Pinterest. Yes, we are there on every platform, and I'm sure you guys are going to love that. Now, once I'm done with this, I'm going to dry this up very quickly. Again, I will be using my heat gun, but if you are afraid of using your heat guns, you can just let it dry naturally. Once this is done, it's time for the color blending. And here, trust me, I wanted to use a lot of colors, but I ended up using just one shade because I felt like this is just adding a lot of drama to my project, and I don't have to overdo this time because This blue color is really like looking so good with my bottle, and trust me, if you see the pictures at the end, you will realize that how beautifully this has turned out. So that's the reason I always say that please do make sure that you use your colors wisely. Do not overdo your colors. And whenever you're using your chalk paints and using it for your decoupage art, make sure that you blend them with the water. Add a bit of water, just make it little more flowy, and you can just do a lot of more of color blending. Now one more thing which I have been asked very often is like, why not to use the acrylic paints, why only to use the chalk paints. I have tried, when I started my decoupage art journey, I started with acrylic paints, and then slowly I got into the chalk paints, and I can like vouch for the chalk paints because they really make your artwork much more easier and brighter and beautiful. And of course the kind of matte look it gives, it's like absolutely amazing. So here you will see me doing a lot of color blending. So I have just picked up one shade and I'm doing the blending. If you want, you can add a lot more shades, but I have already picked up the rice papers of different shades, like it has the white shades and the pale yellow shades. So it is already adding a lot of more colors on my bottle, so I really don't have to play around. Now once I'm done with this, I'm going to use my massive mixed media fibers and of course the chipboard cut out from the ITD collection, and I'm sticking this really well. And now it's time to add some more flowers and some more my fibers. I absolutely love it. It adds a lot of drama to my project. And some glass balls. So I have picked up all of these from GrowingCraft website, and for the glass balls, these are the regular craft balls which is available at any of the craft stores locally. So do get out and do shop for your craft supplies, and I'm sure you guys are going to love it. Experiment with your craft supplies. That is something which is really going to give you a complete exposure of different material what you can use whenever you're doing your decoupage art, your mixed media art. And trust me, I absolutely love shopping for my craft supplies. Buying craft supplies is like one of my favorites thing. I honestly enjoy buying craft supplies more than I enjoy shopping my clothing. So you guys can imagine what all I must be having in my craft room. So yeah, very soon I'm even planning for a craft room tour. So let me know if you guys want to see my craft room. Okay, now coming back to this one, I just wanted to add some more florals there. Now this blue color flower really went pretty well with the color combination, so this adds a little touch of different blue to my project. So that's the reason I picked up a flower which is of a little different shade, and of course adding my glass balls and my mixed media fibers. So yes, once I am done with this, I had to use my massive stamp using my permanent ink pad just to make sure that I do not ruin this up. Of course off camera I did my varnish work because this video was getting very lengthy, so I had to do few of the things off camera, and one of them is the varnish. Now once I'm done with my massive stamping, I am just going to let it dry, and then I'm going to use my varnish. Meanwhile, do not forget to check us on other social medias like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, LinkedIn. We are everywhere, and we would love to hear back from you. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this session. Do let me know your feedbacks in the comment section and enjoy the pictures at the end. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care and bye bye.